What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the lab with another quest build. I was back in the lab for the holidays tinkering, trying to bring y'all a special delivery hatch, and I think I found something that might tickle your fancy. This thing would be a perfect small ball 5 at the rec. Actually, that's a hot name, that should be in the game. But this name right here is pretty rare. I actually haven't seen it at the center position, which is what this video is going to be about. How to create the two-way stretch playmaker at center. I feel like this thing has shades of Larry Bird, Larry Legend, Charles Barkley, and LeBron James. Again, if you put this at the 5, it's going to be a matchup nightmare against bigger paint beasts and glass locks. But if you do run into another small ball type 5, if you got like a small forward at the 5, with some randoms, this thing's going to decimate whatever is across from it. So let's jump right in. You're going to make this at center. I've seen this at power forward. I've seen that Draymond Green type build, but this is not quite that. You're going to be 6'9", and we're going to put the weight at 236 pounds. And we're going to get the wingspan to 7 feet. I'm going to put that body shape at built, want to be menacing. And so you're not quite the 6'7" or 6'8" speedster two-way stretch play that I've seen. This thing's a little bit more of a bruiser that can guard 1 through 5. But close shot, we're going to get this to an 81. That's going to get that badge threshold. You're going to get your driving layup to an 84. Fun fact, if you do max this out to a 94, it will then change the name to a playmaking 3-level two-way, which is a super hot name. But in this video, we're going to get that two-way stretch playmaker, so we're going to cap that at 84. Then get your driving dunk, max that out to a 79. That's the badge threshold. That's why we put the weight and the wingspan, where it was. You are going to punt standing dunk on this build, but again, you're going to be able to dunk the ball when you're on your way to the rack. But you are going to get your post control to an 85. Again, that's that badge threshold. You're going to be able to post up smaller players if you do get that switch. When you're playing at the old gym, or you're playing 3s or 2s, this thing can basically score on anyone opposite of them. It doesn't have a weakness. Standing dunk is the one thing that I think is a little obsolete in this game, especially when you do get it. If you're just kind of moving forward, you can still dunk the ball a lot. So standing dunk's not super imperative to have on this build. That's going to give you 22 finishing badges. Again, no weakness really. And you can allocate this with silver limitless takeoff. You do get bronze poster. I like some slithery finisher and fast twitch and acrobat on this build because you do want to weasel in. And once you get past those bigger bigs that are guarding you on the perimeter, you want to be able to finish easily. Shooting wise, to get this name, we're going to get this mid-range to an 83 and the 3-ball to an 83. And as you can see, you can get your 3-ball to an 84 with these specs, or you can go higher on your mid-range. But for this, because we're going to allocate, this is going to be really a defensive juggernaut build. We're just going to get this to an 83 and an 83 to get the name two-way stretch playmaker. If you want to tinker later, if you were to use these specs, by all means, throw more on shooting, take a little off offensive rebound, or whatever you may want, take off post control, and get 1 or 2 more attributes on mid-range or something. It's your build, you can do whatever you want, but we are going to get our free throw to an 80 as well, so this is an offensive powerhouse. And 26 shooting badges is nice. You can get some nice gold and get that Hall of Fame sniper. I think that's obviously the first badge off rip that you should invest in. Volume shooter on Hall of as well, but it is a stretch playmaker, so you're going to be able to shoot the pill. Playmaking wise, this is where this thing shines as well. Pass accuracy, we're going to get this to an 85. That's going to give you those gold bullets, super crucial. Max out your ball handle, max out your speed with ball. I haven't really tried to tinker as much with taking off speed with ball to the badge thresholds. Ball handle down from a 78. That may change the name. It probably will to a two-way stretch facilitator at some point. But again, we do want this to be a little quicker. And so we're going to max those playmaking stats out. It's going to give you 21 playmaking. Again, gold bullets is crucial. Gold downhill, silver first step. And then you can allocate some nice badges on this with 21. And then if you do a rebirth, you can go +4 at playmaking and then just be dotting up your teammates. This is that LeBron James, that Larry Bird. If they were playing the 5, they're going to get their teammates involved, and those gold bullets are extremely crucial. But this is where this build really shines, on the defensive end. It is a powerhouse. We're going to get the interior D to an 88. It gets up to an 89, but we want that gold brick wall. That's going to be huge for when you have to guard those big dogs down low. You're going to get your perimeter defense to a 78. Usually that's the defensive threshold, but you could try to drop this down, tinker. But this version, you do want a nice perimeter defense because you might be guarding the 3 through 5 if you're playing with a true big. And then steelies, we're going to get this to a 66. That's the badge threshold right there. Get your block to an 88. Gets to an 89, but we're going to get that to an 88. And then your defense rebound to an 87. And then your offense rebound to an 84. That's going to give you 31 defensive badges. Again, you might even want to throw 4 rebirth extra badges on defense. Really depends on your play style. This build right here on defense is going to absolutely manhandle whoever it's guarding. It can rebound, it can block shots. When I was testing out in the builder, I was just getting snatch blocks, weak side help, closing out on shooters. Again, this kind of build has it all defensively, and I think you're gonna be able to lock up whoever you're guarding. This could be kind of a new meta small ball 5. And then physicals, we're gonna max out the speed, max out the acceleration. You're gonna keep your strength at a 63, get your vert to an 80, you know how I like it, and then max out the rest on stamina. So there you go right there. Let's give this a once over. 22 finishing, 26 shooting, 21 playmaking, and 31 defensive badges. Depending on your play style, if you do rebirth this after you finish college, you can put +4 and make this build kind of unique. Like I said, depending on what you really want to do, you can go +4 interior, so you can be even more of a matchup nightmare on offense against smaller players. You can go +4 on shooting to get that 30 shooting badges, which would be really nice, especially if you do end up tinkering and allocating some attributes even more towards shooting. This could be a really, really great stretch big. You can put +4 on playmaking and then get 25 playmaking badges if you do have the pill in your hands more, you want to set up your teammates. Or you can even make this a +4 defensive juggernaut, multi-positional defender type build that can dunk, shoot, and pass, and that would make it a crazy meta with 35 defensive badges. Or you can keep this sort of well-rounded and then allocate those 4 one apiece. It's up to you, you can do whatever you want, but going on to takeovers, you do get shooting, playmaking, interior D, and rebounds. I think it might be kind of interesting to go like box out wall and team ratings boost or something, because just making your build better and well-rounded. And then you're going to get the name two-way stretch playmaker on a 6'9" center build. Like I said, I'm seeing LeBron James in this. I'm seeing Larry Bird if he was more of a small ball 5. Bam Adebayo is a great comp as well. Some Chris Webber in this hatch. It really is not a liability at all. Again, you're only punting standing dunk, and you can probably play the 4 or 5 against any build that I've seen at the city thus far. But you do get that two-way stretch playmaker name, which is pretty rare. Again, you tinker one way or the other, and you can be a playmaking 3-level 2-way or facilitating 3-level 2-way. But two-way stretch play is going to be hot at center. Let me know what you guys think of this build in the comments. Happy holidays. Special delivery from Quest Sparrow.